When you hear the word wealth, what image comes to your mind? For many of us, it's a glittering chest of gold coins, towering skyscrapers, designer clothes, or the kind of luxury that makes people stare with envy. But here is a question I want you to sit with. If wealth really was just money, then why do so many rich people cry themselves to sleep? Why do people with mansions feel emptiness in their hearts? Why do some of the wealthiest souls in the world end their lives in despair? The Devi Bhagavatam has an answer. It says that wealth is not just in possessions, it is in balance, humility, wisdom, and the way we share what we have. And to teach us this eternal truth, the goddess herself emerged from the depths of the cosmic ocean. Today, we will enter the radiant story of Goddess Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune, prosperity, and harmony. This is not a myth. This is a mirror, a reminder that what we call wealth is far deeper than our bank accounts. The story begins with a struggle. The gods had lost their strength. Cursed, weakened, they were powerless before the demons who ruled the heavens, the earth, and the underworld. Desperate, the gods sought help from Vishnu and Brahma. The solution was revealed. They must churn the ocean of milk, the great Shir Sagar, to recover the nectar of immortality. Thus began the Samudra Manthan, the churning of the ocean. Mount Mandara became the churning rod. The mighty serpent Vasuki served as the rope. The gods helped one side, the demons the other. Back and forth they pulled, and the ocean roared as waves leaped towards the sky. From its depths emerged wonders beyond imagination: celestial horses, divine jewels, Kamadhenu, the wish-granting cow, Kalpavriksha, the wish-fulfilling tree, the moon that now shines upon our nights. And then a stillness fell. The ocean shimmered, and out of the milky waves arose Mahalakshmi. Her beauty was unlike anything creation had ever seen. Golden radiance surrounded her. In one hand, she carried a lotus, symbol of purity. From the other hand, gold coins poured endlessly, but not with greed, with grace. Her very presence filled the space with calmness, balance, and divine charm. Even the demons forgot their envy for a moment. Every being stood silent, awestruck. For Lakshmi was not just beautiful, she was harmony itself. She did not drift toward the most powerful or the most arrogant. She chose Vishnu, the preserver of the universe, as her eternal partner. Why? Because only with wisdom, balance, and dharma can wealth be sustained. Without preservation and order, fortune turns into chaos. When Lakshmi appeared, she did not simply bring treasures, she brought truth. She gave a blessing, but she also gave a warning. I dwell where there is humility, balance, and righteousness. Where there is arrogance, greed, or cruelty, I will vanish like a shadow at sunset. And history proved her words. Kings who ruled with pride and selfishness saw their kingdoms crumble. Families that let greed take root saw their peace destroyed. But where gratitude and humility blossomed, abundance grew naturally. Lakshmi was not just saying, "Do not seek wealth." She was saying, "Seek it the right way, hold it with the right heart, and share it with the right hands." What Lakshmi represents? First is that wealth is more than money. Lakshmi is the goddess of all forms of prosperity, not just financial. Health, knowledge, love, wisdom, peace, these are all her blessings. A man with millions but no peace is poor. A family with modest means but deep love is rich. Second, greed chases Lakshmi away. Wherever there is endless hunger for more, Lakshmi departs. Wealth multiplies only where there is balance and contentment. Third, wealth needs wisdom. Lakshmi did not choose Indra, the flashy king of the heavens. She chose Vishnu, the calm preserver, because without wisdom, wealth is dangerous. With wisdom, wealth becomes a force of good. Fourth, wealth must be shared. Hoarded riches rot. Shared abundance grows. Lakshmi blessed hands that give as much as those that earn. Now let's step out of mythology and into today. Think about how society defines success: bank balance, job title, property, luxury, and yet depression rates are highest among the wealthy. Families with enormous wealth fight bitter battles over inheritance. Celebrities adored by millions confess to loneliness. Why? Because Lakshmi is not just about what you possess, she is about how you live. Consider a teacher who doesn't earn much but changes lives every day. Isn't that abundance? Consider a mother who cooks a meal and feeds not only her children but a hungry neighbor. Isn't that prosperity? Consider a scientist who uses knowledge for humanity, not ego. Isn't that true wealth? On the other hand, think of someone who earns endlessly but never gives back, never shares, never shows gratitude. They may shine for a while, but like a candle burning too fast, their wealth consumes them. Lakshmi reminds us, success without service is hollow, wealth without gratitude is unstable, and prosperity without humility is temporary. The lotus in Lakshmi's hand symbolizes purity amidst the mud of the world. She tells us that true wealth is untouched by dirt if it grows with purity. The coins flowing from her palm symbolizes that wealth must flow. If you hold too tightly, it stagnates. If you allow it to move, it circulates and grows. Her seat beside Vishnu symbolizes wealth must serve preservation, harmony, and balance, not chaos. Lakshmi's image is not just a divine art, it is a life map. Think about your own life. Do you measure your worth only in money? Do you chase endlessly but forget to be grateful for what you already have? Do you hoard your knowledge, your time, your kindness, or do you share them freely? Where there is gratitude, balance, and generosity, Lakshmi stays. Where there is greed and arrogance, she slips away silently. So, the story of Lakshmi is not about treasures from a mythic ocean, it is about treasures in our own lives. She whispers to us even today. True prosperity is not in what you own, but in what you give, what you preserve, and how you live. In our next episode, we will meet Saraswati, the goddess of wisdom and learning. Because if wealth without wisdom is dangerous, then wisdom without humility can be destructive too. Until then, remember this: wealth is not in your wallet, it is in your heart. You have been listening to The Quiet Shelf, where ancient stories become living lessons for the soul.